Then they wonder why we crazy. I blame my mother for turning my
Black is beautiful. Free good. Then our warrior free. Free good. Then our warrior free. Free good.
I will be free, providing that we're successful in the battle that we're engaged in now, and that is to revolutionize the court system.
Once again, I have to go back and look at history to go forward. In many cultures, especially many African cultures, they look backwards in order for them to go forward.
That's right.
And so what happens is that we have to understand the state and the power of organization and the power of unity. One of the greatest history to show why it's necessary that we definitely get together is that when you look at the indigenous people here in America that they call North America, they were broke up into tribes. When the Europeans came here to conquer and commit genocide against the indigenous people here that some people call Indians, but they are indigenous people of this land. When they came here, the greatest weapon they had was tribalism against it. See, we have to break up as a tribe and be reborn as a nation. See, it's simple as these fingers. You know, Muhammad Ali didn't fight with his fingers. His hand was balled up in a glove. And that glove was the shield called organization that kept the fingers in place. The arm was the strength that swung. And if this arm missed, this arm came, but they were all locked. When the indigenous people realized that the European used this unity against us, the enemy always used this unity against us, brothers and sisters. When they woke up, it was too late, and they called it Custer last stand. But if they were united, Custer would have never had a last, he would have never had a first, if there was a nation. You understand what I'm saying? So they use the same thing here in America. They always have a blueprint. They are doing it right now in Egypt. They are dividing the people. They are doing it right now all over the continent of Africa. They are dividing the people. They are doing it right here in America. They are dividing the nationalists. They're dividing the Panther. They're dividing the Crips and this love Crip group and this Crip group and this Crip group. They divided even among ourselves, and they know that division is their greatest weapon. They are dividing the man and the woman. They are dividing the household. They feed off of division. The greatest strength is our strength, and they know that. Why? They got a thing called NATO, North America Terrorist Organization, that they call North America Treaty Organization. Yes, when the Europeans come together, they mount together, and they got all these different flags called the United Nations, the United Negative Nation. They will come together, they got all their flags flying. When they come together to deal with you and I, the dark man and the dark woman, those flags fly together, they sit at the table called the Security Council. And they sit at the table, a number of Europeans are sitting at that table. And they unite to jump on you and I. So they know the power of unity, but they tell us we don't need to unite. They tell us the common thing, I got mine, you get yours, do your thing, I do my thing. Such thing don't happen. And when I was 9, when I said, even a stray dog walk the street until he find a pack of dogs because he want to belong. Right. A stray dog find a pack of dogs because he don't want to be by himself. Right. And that animal, that pack, so that pack also choose a leader in that pack. Every dog gonna do their thing. There's a leader in that pack, and this is what they call a dog. And so when we use the street term, "What's up, my dog?" Well, then be one united, organized.
All right, all right.
Well, I wanted to talk about also as we uniting. Well, I got homeboys, and if I wanted to get it right, my homeboys don't want to get it right. My homeboys got a lot of stuff going on. What we all can identify with is our hip-hop music, this music we listening to. How can we work this gangbanging and the new Black Panther Party? How can we figure out something what is the uniting factor? What is the common denominator that can attract my homeboys to get down with your organization? We listen to Tupac all the time. We listen to the hip hop music, we listen to what Tupac talk about, but that music is played out today. We listened to it when we was growing up. The youth today only hear about Tupac. They don't know nothing about that music. So maybe if you look at when we was gangbanging, we had Tupac. That was our rapper. Tupac like Biggie and them, and we had organization when we were gangbanging. We had a little black things on them.
They tell me not to roll with my Glock, so now I gotta throw away, floating in my black Benz, trying to do a show a day. They wonder how I live with 5 shots. Brothers, it's hard to kill on my block. No answers to questions, I'm trying to get up on it. My brother dogging me, eternally the most wrong.
The black thing, gangbang was the black thing. Today, there is no Tupac rapping. They have Lil Wayne rapping, like a gay pop.
Right. Well, one thing, the youth now might not know his music, but they know who he is. But if they knew his history and the type of upbringing that he came, maybe it would inspire some unity, it would inspire some self-determination, knowledge of self.
Not even with the youth, with the homeboys. The youth is okay. What I'm here for is to figure out how to unify, get these soldiers, we need these warriors, and the unifying factor with us is Tupac. With the youth, they don't know nothing about Pop. They may heard about Pop, but I know Pop. I know his lyrics. I know what he's talking about. I know it's the truth. When I was young growing up in LA, I did not like Tupac. Because Tupac, he was on that positive stuff sometimes, and he was always talking about that thug stuff. And we don't thug in LA. We ain't no thugs. We never considered ourselves as thugs. We consider ourselves as gangsters. And gangsters ain't thugs. We consider ourselves responsible men. We consider ourselves what Tupac say in some of his songs, but then he turned around and say he a thug in this other song, and that was confusing us, and we didn't like that. And he wasn't from LA anyway. Like you talking about, he from LA. We knew he wasn't from LA, so what's all this noisy piece? And we knew he had a background. We knew he had a better background than this thug stuff he talking about.
My name is Tupac Shakur, and I attend Tampapai High School, and I'm 17 years old. I like to think of myself as really being socially aware. You know, if money was nothing, if there was no money and everything depended on your moral standards and the way that you behaved and the way that you treated people, we'd be millionaires.
What kind of with me, now I like Tupac because I'm grown. Right. When I was young gangbanging in California, I did not like Tupac because I thought he was a perpetrator. I knew he was from something different than what he was talking about. He wasn't from that thug stuff. I knew it.
Let me just cut in and say something. It's obvious you don't know Tupac. You don't know Tupac.
If I could recollect before my hood days, I sit and reminisce, thinking of bliss.